What is going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome back again for another video. And as we all know, rumors season is about to begin and PJ Tucker just opts out. So we'll talk about this right after this.
Get the lowdown on one of the most iconic basketball teams in the world. You're listening to Chicago Bulls Nation.
Bulls Nation. So, we've been searching for a lot of things. There's a lot of things that the Bulls need. Basically, on the playoffs, we know we need a rim protector, a big guy, basically. We are small. A power forward, just in case Patrick Williams goes down, or just to sub him out, right? And shooting. We need some open shooters, because we got exposed. When we dump it inside, when Vooch or DeMar is playing with Levine, we need some outside shooters. So what a perfect guy to get into our team, to bring in also toughness, because we brought in Tristan Thompson for that. He didn't really do much, honestly. I thought he was going to do more, but it's more washed than I thought he would be. But PJ Tucker, at 38 years old, and I know he's in the older side, he just opts out of Miami. And every team, and I mean every team, could use a PJ Tucker or a Jay Crowder. That's just the NBA right now, like the small ball, those kind of stocky guards / power forward that we do have, like the Draymond Greens. PJ Tucker can play that role for Chicago. He opted out of a $7.4 million, so maybe we can get him for an extended period, maybe 2 years of 15, perhaps, something like that, or 2 for 18, maybe, 9 a year. I wouldn't be opposed to that. PJ Tucker played with DeMar in Toronto back in the day, so maybe there's a little bit of pool in there. So that kind of addresses 2 of the things, or 3 of the things that we could use. Toughness, power forward, and potentially 3-point shooting, because he can drill it from the outside when left open. He could. He's a bit slower now, but he can guard multiple positions still. You can see that charge that he took, willing to give up his body. All the intangibles, basically, that you're looking for a teammate or a glue guy, so to speak. PJ Tucker fits the bill. The only downside is his age. Now, you want him at around 2 years, maybe even make it. I guess if the Bulls are really desperate, give him the mid-level for 2 years, even though I'd rather not. I kind of want to reserve that for somebody like Mitchell Robinson or something like that. But again, you can play him at the 4, maybe occasional 5 if you want to go small ball. If you want, because remember in the Rockets, they were playing him at 5, so he could fit that bill. Again, with the outside shooting, he can stretch the floor as well, and it wouldn't break the bank. That is my point here. Maybe he'll even bite for 20 for 2, like that's the max maybe I would go for him. I want to use some of those cap money for somebody younger, I guess. But right now we're trying to win. He'll be, if you sign him for 2 years, he'll be in the same timeline as DeMar. So 2 years for 20, the max. Ideally 2 for 18, and then you can save those money and sign some lower level guys for a 3-and-D guy perhaps or so. I think he would fit perfectly with the Bulls are trying to do. Again, checks the 3 boxes. Maybe not, the rim protection, because he's a smaller power forward, so to speak, but he can defend. That's what he's known for, his grit, his defensive abilities, switch multiple defenders. So let's say if we keep Vucevic and he's having trouble with pick and roll, then you take him out, you go small, you get PJ Tucker in there. He could also guard big guys. He's not just as effective, but there's a few guys that comes to mind with this kind of players. Like PJ Tucker's obviously one of them. Draymond, Jay Crowder. Back then, I think it's Taurean Prince. Even though he's not the stocky, beefy kind of guy, but I would really love to have PJ Tucker in a Bulls uniform. If not, Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis is the younger version of him. I would love to have him first, obviously, because the skill set, the height, the length is there. But if not available, let's say, if Bobby Portis is gonna be paid by Milwaukee, which I doubt why they won't. He's making peanuts right now at $4 million. If he commands 12 or maybe higher at 15, then I wouldn't hesitate going the route of PJ Tucker. Obviously he's 38, so the max you can sign him for is 3 years. If he wants to go 3 for 22 maybe at a max, again, you could always use a player, and if it's a bargain deal, you could always flip him off. And like I said, everyone could use a PJ Tucker, every single team. So a bargain deal that I don't think we could do it if we get Gobert though, because the cap is going to be capped out. So we shall see. I should have taken this logo out. My goodness, why is there's a Milwaukee Bucks logo? In fairness, I took this video from them. I'm gonna cut this out, but you'll hear the audio here. But yeah, man, I think it will be the answer. Not completely the answer, but I think he would be more beneficial than Tristan Thompson. And then if things doesn't work out for him, let's say Patrick Williams is playing out of his mind. Let's say, assuming we're gonna stick to the team that we do have now, right? I'm assuming that is balling out, and we don't really need somebody who would pay $10 million or $8 million to sit on the bench and spare minutes out of Patrick Williams. Again, you could always trade a guy. Every team could use a PJ Tucker because he brings that toughness, 3-point shooting, and all that stuff. You could always bring him in, or if you put him on the bench, then if you rest DeMar early, like when he comes out towards the end of half or something, then you can slide Patrick Williams to the 3, insert him at the 4, play him alongside Vooch, so all the rebounding doesn't fall on Vooch. So this guy is just like a multi-tool when you have him on your team. Hopefully Miami doesn't pay him though, because I think Miami can pay him. He just opts out, and then Miami will pick him back up again. That always happens because he does fit Miami's bill. Like if you look at Miami, he's a perfect fit for them. Same goes with Milwaukee. All I'm just saying is that he could really help out the Bulls, and hopefully his relationship with DeMar is deep enough that DeMar can kind of convince him to look the other way, and maybe if he's collecting jersey. He's been through a lot of teams already. Hey, he can add the Bulls to that list, and maybe we would benefit from that. I love those kind of players. Him, Crowder, like I mentioned earlier, we could use somebody like him. You can consider him a 3-and-D, right? Because he plays a lot of defense and he can shoot the 3, judging from all these highlights. So I would love that for PJ Tucker, and we will discuss more free agents on the upcoming days. Draft is just around the corner, so we would see what the Bulls will make. Any moves? Is it a big one like Gobert, or would they make some smaller moves, kind of like this? I think smaller moves like this would impact the team, would benefit the team highly, and we'll discuss more if the Bulls do make a move or if they stand pat. I wouldn't be opposed to either. Obviously, depending on who is involved in what, and we shall see on Thursday. But thank you for watching, guys. Leave in the comments what you feel about this move. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.